Hello beautiful people, it's your girl Jeannie and it's Jeannie Signatures. So if you're a new subscriber, you're welcome, and if you're an old subscriber, thank you as well. So today I'll be making this beautiful built up neckline, but it's going to be with a lace fabric. So it's going to be with the edges, scallop edges of the lace. That is how I achieved this, and it came out very beautiful. So for the lower part, it's a flare. I didn't do any tutorial on that because I have several tutorials on the channel already on how to cut a flare skirt. So this is how what we are going to be delving into for today, and this looked very beautiful and my client really loved it. So if this is what you're interested in, please watch till the end. And as you're watching, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. So without wasting further time, we're going over to the cutting table. Thank you. So now I've already drafted a princess that posterior because that is what I'll be making use of, and I didn't know my camera was not recording as at the point I started doing the built up neckline. So basically, before you draft out your whatever, your princess that thing, just make sure you leave about 3 or 4 inches up from the length of the blouse. So that is what I did. So the 3 inches I left, I came up by 2 inches. Now this is entirely dependent on you, however you want your neckline to be, how tall or how high you want it to be. You can go for 3 inches, you can go for 4 inches, but I went up by 2 inches, and then I went towards my shoulder measurement by 1/4 of an inch. This is just to give it a curve so that it would sit and relax on the shoulder. And then at the upper part that I went up by that same 2 inches, I came in by 1/2 inch there, and then I connected from the 1/2 inch to the 1/4 that I went in by from my shoulder. So the next thing I'm doing now is just to get the neck depth that I would want the eye neck to get to. So I came down by 7 inches and then I connected like this. I believe you understand. Maybe subsequently I'm going to be making a tutorial on a plain fabric so that you would understand what I did. But by the time I'm doing the back piece, you'll be able to understand perfectly well. So this is the neckline for the front piece. So, and these are the drafts that I've done because I already have detailed tutorial on how to cut out a princess that posterior. That is why I didn't go out all the way. So let me just reiterate or reconfirm whatever I did. So you go up by 2 inches. Can you see that? Knowing fully well that I left 3 inches up there, but I used 2 inches at the end of the day. So I ruled that out. And then from my shoulder, I came in by 1/4. As you can see, the neck width, I beg your pardon, the neck width was 3 inches. So I came in by 1/4 from there. And then I went in by 1/2 inch and then connected the 1/2 inch to the 1/4 that I did on the shoulder, and then I went down for my neck depth and then I carved it out like so. So that was basically what I did to make the neckline high. So now I'll just basically be cutting this out. So let's take your time and then cut this out gently. So I'm just trying to show this just for you to know how you cut it out. Even though I didn't show the detailed tutorial, like I said, I already have several tutorials on the channel detailed on how to go about this princess that posterior. And trust me, this is quite easy. And if you have not joined my channel, members, what are you waiting for? If you want me to make it a special request for you on a particular style, just hit on my channel membership. Just subscribe as low as 600 naira. I don't know what that is equivalent in your country, but it's very cheap. And if you have a request on a particular style that you would want me to extend to you detailed, because that will be strictly for members only, please just subscribe to my channel and be a part of my members, and then I will be good to go. And if you want to appreciate all I'm doing, you can see a thanks icon on the listing, and then you can just use this one to buy a recharge card. I will like it. I will not reject it. Thank you all. So I've cut out the front pieces, so let me just go over to the back piece here. So for the back piece, I've already drafted the basic bodice as well, leaving 3 inches up there, and then I've done my zipper allowance as well and all that. So if you know how to draft the basic bodice, just go ahead and do this. And then for the neck width, just be consistent. It's also going to be 3 inches. Now I'll be marking the 2 inches that I went up with and the fronts at the back as well. So that is what you see me marking right there. And then I'll be connecting this like so. Just draw it out like this and then connect. So we're pretty much going to be doing the same thing that I did on the front. Now from the shoulder, I'll come in by 1/4 of an inch. So this is 1/4 of an inch, is just to give it balancing on the shoulder. And then at this upper part, I'll come in by 1/2 an inch. And then I'll connect that just to give it a slanted point, not that pointed, just to give it a slant, a little bit of a slant on the shoulder so that it would relax. Yeah, on the neckline right there, I came down by 1/2 an inch, and then I'll be connecting that to the 1/2 an inch that I went in with so that it will relax properly at the back of the head. So now the only difference here that I did in the front was that for the front, after doing the 1/4 and 1/2 an inch, I just went to my neck depth and then connected straight to the 1/2 an inch that you have there. That is basically the only difference I did for the front and the back respectively. So let me just extend this line to get to the zipper area. And this is what we have. So you can see that this built up neckline, it's very easy to achieve. So by the time you check from that shoulder, you take your measure and then you measure whatever you have on your shoulder. This should be synonymous, or it should rhyme with that of the front. So whatever I got at the back, I'll now cross check it with the front, so that by the time you're sewing, everything is supposed to align properly. Now I've done that and everything aligned properly. Everything aligned properly. So now I can go over and cut this out. So we're cutting the armhole, and then of course the shoulder. Remember to add your 1/2 an inch on the shoulder, which I've already done. And then when cutting that side, just cut it out the way it's going to be, because you don't want that part pointed. And then you cut out the neckline like so. And then you cut out the zipper bulge. And then you notch your darts for the back. So this is it, and this is the back piece. So this is the front piece. So when you place it on it like this, you can see that they are aligned very well. The shoulders are aligned very well. This is how it should come out to be. Not that one place will be longer or one place will be shorter. Everything must be properly aligned. That is how you get to know that what you did was pretty good. So now I'll go ahead to cut out on my fabric, and then I'll be back to show you. So I've gone ahead to cut it out on my fabric. As you can see, this is the middle part. This is what I have. And these are the scallop edges that I had to cut out. I trimmed them out, and I'll be using it to adorn the neckline like so, because there's no way you're going to be folding your fabric that you're going to be getting a scallop edge directly like this. No. So I just had to trim out the scallop edges, and then I'll be placing it like that and run a stitch on it in form of a V, and then that is that. But for the back, I was able to get the scallop edge. By the time you place your fabric the way you place it, you're going to be getting the scallop edge for the back quite easily than the front. So this is the side, the princess cup sides, the bustier side. So those are the ones that I have. For this lace, I'm not making use of a lining or whatever. The only thing, you can see the back, I was able to place it and then got the edge for the neckline. So for this lace, I made a separate inner wear or a camisole for it. So if you don't know how to cut a beautiful camisole, I already have that on the channel as well, a detailed tutorial on how to cut a camisole. So, and those are the sleeves. So I'll just go ahead now. The first thing I'll be doing, I've cut the lower parts off camera because, like I told you, I'm not showing a tutorial on that because I've shown enough tutorials on how to cut a flare. So now the next thing I'll be doing now is to just take the front piece, then I'll go and run the neckline by half an inch. I'll fold it inwards, run it by half an inch before placing the scallops on it, and then run a stitch on it in form of a V. And then I'll take the back pieces like so, and then I'm going to be attaching them on each neckline from one side to the other, and then on this side from one side to the other as well. So that is basically what I'll be doing. And then by the time I've finished doing all that, I would have attached to the lower part of the flare, and then I'll be back to show you how it looks. So I've gone ahead to do that. As you can see, this is what we have now. I've gone ahead to join the neckline and the scallop, so you can see how beautiful it looks. I've even gone as far as giving it a very good press, so you can see the built-up neckline. You can see the back view that it is looking very beautiful. I've now added my zipper here. I'm going to be attaching the zipper shortly, and then I gave it a very good press, and this is how it came out to be. So you can see the built-up neckline, how curved it is on the shoulder area on both sides. It's looking very, very beautiful, looking given, if you understand what I mean. So you can see the back, like I told you, that the scallop edge was able to come out at the back. It was only the front that I had to improvise like that, and it still came out beautiful. So I'll just go ahead and close up my style and then go back to show you. So when I finished it, that was how it came out to be. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. See you all in my next tutorial. Ciao. This is Junior Signatures.